Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Diane. I am an intuitional ascension coach, and I'm here to provide help to the people that are going through the awakening and the ascension process. I do have a video up that helps to explain to you the best ways for you to ascend and get through this process as quickly as you can. That way is love. Being love, doing things you love, watching things on TV you love, being around laughter, being around other people that are ascending, that have ascended, that are maybe a little higher than you in ascension, and they can help to bring you up. The other way for you to get through the ascension process is to purge, lighten your load. If you lighten your load, it only makes sense that if you're trying to climb and you've got all this baggage, you're too heavy. And it's going to be harder for you to climb as well. When I say purge, I mean everything. Look around. Ornaments, pictures, mirrors, anything that you can look at. If you can't honestly look at it and say, I love that, gone, get rid of it. Keep things around you that you love only. Clothing, shoes, purses. Go through your closet. Go through all your drawers. Look around your rooms, every room you have, and go through all the drawers in all of those rooms too, because anything that doesn't bring you that feeling of, oh, I love that, it's got to go, because that's the only way you're going to climb quickly. And you need to get rid of the weight to begin with. So that's a good way to decide what needs to go and what can stay. I actually have purged probably about half a dozen times in the last 3 years. And I can still go through drawers and closets, and I'm telling you, I can still find stuff to get rid of. It's crazy what we accumulate over the years, and it's even more crazy what we accumulate that we don't need, that it's not a necessity for us in our everyday life. It's just, we become collectors of things. I've got myself down to a point now of basically bare necessities. I don't have a lot of storage. Everything I own is in my little 2-bedroom apartment. Honestly, I don't have, I think I have a Christmas tree in storage, but that's because it's a big box and it just doesn't fit up here. But other than that, I don't have a lot of excess anymore. I did, and I have to tell you, when I did have it, I didn't think it was affecting me, but now that I no longer have that, I know it affected me. I know it was a negative effect on me physically as well as mentally, because I actually do feel lighter. And I think once you do feel lighter, it's easier for you to climb and get up into that love vibration. Clothes, if you've got a closet full of clothes and you can go into the closet and look at those clothes and know that you haven't worn something in the last 6 months or so, donate it. Take it to the secondhand store. Let somebody else use it for a while. It's really in your best interest to only have things around you that you are using on a very regular day-to-day basis. Things, again, that you love, because it does raise your vibration up in a huge way. It lightens your load. If you've got something really heavy that you're hanging on to and you've got all these things that aren't necessary, it makes it incredibly hard for you to raise up and be where you need to be in order to ascend into the vibration of love. Anything in your home that you look at that you don't have that feeling of love for brings you down. You don't realize it does, but it does. And having nothing but things around you that you love, like that, it raises you up. For me, oh boy, I was going through another dark night of the soul period back the end of October, beginning of November of 2016. And I was pretty deep into it. It wasn't a good one for me. And by about the first week of December, I had been kind of slapped upside the head and told what direction I needed to go in at that point in time. And as soon as I got that, I kind of knew. I don't know how I knew. I just knew that that definitely was the direction I needed to go in, and that is what I'm doing now. Of course, it didn't start out as being this, because at the time, I didn't understand what the ascension process was. I didn't realize that's what I was even going through. And see, that's how fast it can happen. The first week of December, I had no idea what the awakening and ascension process was, and I have grown exponentially, soulfully, as well as physically, emotionally, mentally, to the point where I now know what my life's purpose is, and I am on path. And it was like that for me. And my dark night of the soul periods were so deep and so dark and so uncomfortable. I just wanted to climb out of my skin. I could not stand being there. And that was the end of November, I believe, was the finishing time of that dark night of the soul period. And by probably the end of January, I had morphed into what I do now. And of course, I started meditating. I believe I started that in December. And I just started meditating like a fool. I was probably meditating 3 to 4 hours a day, every day. It made me feel great. I know it helped me to ascend and get closer to the love vibration. I'm still not there, and I've probably got quite a ways to go yet, but I can feel myself climbing. And when you meditate, it's kind of like any other muscle in your brain. It's an area that you would not otherwise use if you weren't meditating. So it's tiny when you start meditating, but once you do start, it's like any other muscle. It starts to grow and it strengthens. And it's an area of the brain that allows your guides, your spirits, everybody calls it something different, the universe, however you want to look at it. It allows them to get messages through to you. It allows them communication with you. It allows them access to you to download information to you so that you can grow, so that you can ascend, so that you can raise your vibrations. I'll tell you though, when you meditate on a regular basis, you will reach a point, and you'll reach it very quickly if you can give yourself that time on a daily basis to meditate at least a half an hour a day. That's all you need. The more the better. The more you meditate and the longer you meditate, the quicker you're going to rise, and the more information they can get into you. So you're going to grow soulfully that way. But you're going to reach a point after you've meditated for a while where all of a sudden you see things. It's the most amazing thing. You see futuristic things. You can maybe see situations and what their outcome will be in the future. You feel it. I have clients now, because I'm a coach, an ascension coach. I have regular clients now that while I'm talking to them, and I do it over the phone because they're all across Canada. While I'm talking to them and coaching them, I suddenly get images in my head. And when I put the images across to my client, we soon realize that I'm being shown things about their life, and some of it hasn't happened yet. So it's, if you deal with something this way, this is how it's going to go. This is what's going to happen for you. And it's actually really quite amazing. And I know it'll happen for you too, because it is the meditating that did it for me. I also find that if I miss a day or two, I don't have that feeling like I used to have. And that feeling that I'm talking about is you reach a point during your ascension and your awakening where periods throughout the day, you'll just start to feel very blissful and very joyful. It's almost like when you start to date somebody new and you feel yourself falling for the first time, falling in love with them. That it's just, you can't describe it. It's just such an enjoyable, blissful feeling that you don't ever want to stop feeling it. And that's what you get from meditating. So if that's all you're after, you'll get it. But there's so much more that comes with it. There's all the communication from your guides. There's spiritual growth. There's personal growth. It helps you to raise your vibration again so that you can more quickly get out of those dark night of the soul situations. You'll go into them still. I mean, I still have them. But when I go into them now, it's not weeks into them before I'm out of them. I'll go into it, say I go into it on a Saturday morning. By Monday morning at the latest, usually, I'm right back to feeling very joyful and blissful. So give meditation a go. I know everybody looks at it and goes, oh, I don't know how to meditate. Just go to YouTube. There's all kinds of meditation links in there. Music, there's guided meditations in there. Lay down on your bed, put your earbuds in, and just relax. And it might take time before you can turn those voices off in your head, before you can actually just lay back and relax enough to actually get into that deep meditative state. But it will happen. And with practice, it gets better, it gets easier, not so tough. Give it a go. If you need someone to talk to, I've formed a group. It's called Divine Ascension. It's on Facebook. I'm going to put the link below so that you have access to it. If you don't want to be a part of the group right off the bat, join the group. It's closed. Nobody sees what you're talking about. It's not going to show up on your Facebook page. Watch. Just see what happens, what people talk about, how they're treated. They're an amazing group of people. They will never judge you. They will never be mean to you. They'll never make fun of you or anything you have to say in the group. They're a huge help. They love to help people. We're at different levels. I've got some people that are still in the kind of the negative stage, some people that are part way up, and some people that are in the bliss and heading into the love vibrations. So there's something for everyone in this group. So take a look at it. I want to thank you for coming to my YouTube channel and watching my videos. And I want to thank you for subscribing and for liking and for taking a look at my group. Have a great day.